Each year, hundreds of women compete for the title of National Miss in one of the UK's biggest beauty pageants. But for one contestant, the crown is not just about beauty.
Each sort of pageant girl has their platform, which is something that they advocate for, something that they really are passionate about, want to raise awareness of or raise funds for. So my platform is diversity and inclusion, and on the side as well I've got Make-A-Wish Foundation. But for me, I wanted to show that regardless of your limitations, you can do whatever you set your mind to, whether that be a pageant or whether that be a dream job or go into uni, you can do it.
Meet Katie Donnelly, Lincoln's National Miss 2023. Despite the odds, Katie has become a rising star in the world of beauty pageants, using her platform to shed light on the issues close to her heart.
I have a lifelong condition, but some of these kids have life-limiting illnesses. This is the one thing they want to do. This is the one thing they want to have with their family, For me, that has always been so important because I'm one of the lucky ones. I got to live.
This year, Katie's been working on a charity ball, raising money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation and advocating for disabled representation. But what led us to this point? Who is Katie Donnelly really? And just what kind of odds have been pitted against her? Join us as we delve into the remarkable life of Katie Donnelly.
There we go. Right, I've just started recording on this one.
Okay, hi.
Starting with Katie, can I ask you both to introduce yourself, please?
I'm Katie Donnelly, I'm 22 years old, and I am a finalist for UK's National Miss, which is a beauty pageant, and I hold the title of Miss Lincoln.
I'm Dawn Barnard, I'm Katie's mum, and I'm a housewife.
To truly understand Katie's journey, we must take a look back to her earliest days.
Well, it's important to sort of talk about the fact that I wasn't born disabled.
When she was born, she was fine, growing properly. Your normal average baby. They said she was doing fine and she was developing in the normal way. Starting to walk around the furniture, but then she stopped.
Suddenly, at around 16 months old, warning signs began to show. At first, she could no longer walk or even crawl properly. It soon realized that there's a big problem.
It was coming on 3 weeks of not knowing what the hell was going on. So we had the scan done and we were laughing and joking because they have to sedate small children when they do scans. So we were laughing and joking and we said, oh, she looks like she's drunk, she's going to be asking for a kebab when she wakes up. And the smile was wiped off our face in about 5 minutes because they took us into the relatives' room, they showed us the scans and they told us she had a tumour. Well, I lost it, broke down, couldn't even listen to the doctor anymore. And I just thought, all I know about tumours is nobody survives that, because that's the only stories I'd heard, that people had tumours and they died. And I thought, my baby, my baby, my baby, and I just completely really lost all control.
But this was just the tip of the iceberg. Katie's condition was more serious than anyone could have imagined.
They said I had 3 months at best.
Yeah, we got to Oxford. They did another MRI scan, and then the surgeon, Mr. I'll never forget him. He came into the room and he looked at the scans and he was as blunt as you like. He said, if I do not operate, she will die and she's got 3 months at best. And I'm like, oh God, tears everywhere again.
But they had to, because they have to make it very clear.
He just had to make it clear that that's what was happening. And he basically said, so 6 days later she had her brain surgery, but by 6 days was like a lifetime waiting for that to happen and not know what was going to happen to your child.
The prognosis was already chilling, but it was far from the whole story. The surgery would paralyze her completely, requiring a feeding and breathing tube.
And then they said, well, we're not seeing much improvement. And this American doctor, I can't remember her name, I can see her to this day, but I can't remember her name. And I would like Katie to meet her right now, because she turned round to me and her dad and said, if there's not much improvement in a fortnight, there isn't going to be.
In any case, Katie's world, if she would even live to see it, was about to be taken from her forever. Even from the grimmest odds, Katie's spirit fought through. Not once did her disability stop her.
She couldn't move at all, and then all of a sudden one day she started figuring out how to shuffle on her bottom, and she got where she wanted to go.
I started getting like stronger and stronger as time went on, but it was just so gradual. It was so very little at a time, but it was something, and I think that's all it was. Like throughout the whole process of my recovery, we didn't know when that was like my end game, you know, that we didn't know when that was my end result. We didn't know how strong it was going to be, so like every tiny piece of progress I made was good, because we thought, wow, right, even
Everything
if this
was
is
a milestone.
yeah, like even if this is all she gets, this is something more than we thought we would have. Even though like I don't remember half of it, and obviously it's a lot of just remembering from like my parents' memories. For me to like hear all of these stories and realise how sick I was, and being who I am now, I can't believe that girl was me. But at the same time, I know myself, and I know even now, like if someone tells me I can't do something, I'm like, watch me, because I'm gonna do it anyway.
That's like a red rag to a bull. Tell Katie she can't do it, she'll go do it.
What was the first thing that you were told you can't do that you latched onto?
Walk.
Katie's spirit has become a beacon, illuminating the lives of those around her.
My name's Laura Hopwood, and I'm the current UK National Classic Miss Warwickshire. I've been doing it for the last 3 years, so hopefully this year's my year. So I met Katie at UK National Miss, first time that she competed, and we just hit it off. She is one of the loveliest souls. So everybody has a preconception, I suppose, of pageants. It seems that people on the outside don't actually understand what we're about. It's not necessarily about looks, it's not about going and wearing lovely dresses, although it is nice to get dressed up every now and again, but it's about working in your community, raising money for charity, using your voice, because as a pageant girl, you know, you have to earn your sash when you wear it. It's given me the best friendships. I never would have met Katie if it hadn't been for pageants. And a lot of people, there's a lot of prejudice in the world, I'll say that.
And it's almost like a safe haven from all that, isn't it?
Yes, very much so. And that's the thing, Katie's like, if somebody turned around and told her that she can't do that, yeah, she is, just watch me, I'll show you that I can do that. And she is such an inspiration. You know, if anybody asked me to show for the name of a pageant girl who illustrates what it's about going out and showing the world what you can do and what you're capable of. And it's not about the beauty on the outside. She's a beautiful soul inside, and she shows that. And you know, there will be a crown for her one day, but I just love her to bits.
Yeah.
She's my little pageant daughter. But yeah, I would love, you know what I mean, to work with Katie in the future and, you know, make dreams come true for children, even if they wanted to be a princess for a day. Or a prince, you know, it doesn't have to be just the girls. But something simple that enables families to make memories.
The Make-A-Wish Foundation is a charity for kids like Katie, who are facing life-threatening conditions and are starved for hope. Just a single granted wish is usually life-changing, and for Katie, it was a spark.
I'd been given a wish by the Make-A-Wish Foundation, who I'd never heard of. So I wanted to go to Florida to meet Auntie Jan and Uncle Jerry. Very wholesome wish. I didn't expect anything except for basically plane tickets. That's what I thought I was going to get. I did get that. I got the plane tickets. I also got 3 passes to Disney, 2 passes to Universal, and a pass to SeaWorld. And got to stay in this and spending money, and I got to stay in this village, the Give Kids the World village, which it basically
looks like a cartoon.
It's just a cartoon come to life.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It is literally the most incredible place. I went to secondary school that literally for a week, and then went
had
to
a week off.
then went to Florida for a week, and it was amazing. Like it's amazing. It's literally the most incredible experience of my life, and I'll keep it with me forever. And I think for me,
Yeah, it was great.
even then at the age of 11, I always said I wanted to give back. I wanted to make
Well,
sure
you have
that
done, haven't you, several times?
yeah. I said that I wanted to make sure that other kids got the opportunity that I did, and that hasn't changed now. I'm an adult, that only grows.
On the day of May 6th, the ball was set to start. In honour of their stories, each table bore the name of a Make-A-Wish child, their stories and spirits woven into the event. In our journey through life, we come across stories that inspire us, that remind us of the resilience of the human spirit. Katie's story is one such tale. From her brave fight for survival, her relentless determination to regain independence, to her indomitable spirit, Miss Lincoln 2023 is an embodiment of hope.